Hey, good morning, everybody. Today is Monday, May 11th, 2015. My name is Cliff Backus. I am the Chief Market Strategist for Push Button Stock Trading, and this is your daily video market review. Hey, today I'm testing out some new software, trying to get a little bit higher quality video. If you get a minute, please go to the comments section on the home page and let me know what you think. Stocks rebounded sharply in lighter trading volume on Friday, suggesting a lack of conviction by the institutional traders who move the markets. On a move of the magnitude that we saw on Friday, the bulls would like to have seen a little bit heavier trading volume. Again Friday, the IBD 50 significantly underperformed, adding 0.33%, while the S&P 500 and NASDAQ both added nearly 1.33%, suggesting that leading stocks continue to struggle. Advancing issues bettered decliners by almost 4-1. Large caps continued to outperform smaller caps on a 10-day moving average basis. Since August of last year, during market corrections, large caps have outperformed small caps on a 10-day moving average basis. The correction low has coincided with a crossover of small caps outperforming large on that same 10-day moving average. Despite small caps flexing their muscles in the past few days, our 10-day moving average of large versus small caps is indicating that this correction may not be over. With the market in correction, all traders may want to take advantage of any short-term strength in the market to accumulate cash. In a correction, cash is king. During the correction, we'll continue to watch for industry group rotation. When the market does resume the uptrend, we want to know where the power is. So let's see where the strength in the market is rotating to. What we're looking at here is the HGSI Spectrum Analyzer. As I've pointed out before, HGSI is a software package that I use on a daily basis. I'd be kind of handcuffed without it. A wonderful data crunching software package, and I suggest that any serious trader at least investigate High Growth Stock Investors or HGSI. You can do that with a 30-day free trial, and you don't even need a credit card. Okay, back to our Spectrum Analyzer. We've sorted HGSI's 7,000 stock universe by stocks and groups that are moving to the upside. That gives us 101 securities in 42 different industry groups. What the Spectrum Analyzer does is it gives us a snapshot of what industry groups are the strongest on a daily basis. By following the daily industry strength, we're able to see trends in industry group rotation. So where was the strength on Friday? On Friday we saw strength in biotechs, semiconductors, airlines, managed care, and specialty pharma. Over the past year, biotech and specialty pharma have been right up there at the top of our industry group strength. We've recently been seeing rotation into semiconductor devices, airlines, and managed care. Let's drill down a little bit deeper. Taking a look at biotech, we see Agios Pharmaceutical, Alder, Amgen, Biogen, Bluebird. I've heard a lot of chatter about Bluebird Bio recently. Haven't actually checked out the stock myself, but it may be worth investigating. Celgene, Gilead Pharmaceutical, a lot of biotechs here. Regeneron. Drilling down a little bit further in the semiconductor devices, we see Avgo Technologies. Avgo is one of the stocks that we've been following for a while now. You see that Avgo is setting up this trend line, actually tried to break out of that trend on Friday. NXP Semiconductors is another one on our checklist. Skyworks Solutions is on our checklist. In the airlines, we have Alaska Air, JetBlue Airlines, Southwest Airlines, all in our universal watch list. Managed care, we have Molina, which had this nice pocket pivot on Friday. Specialty pharmaceuticals, we have Mallinckrodt, which is in our universal watch list. And that's our spectrum analyzer for today. Let's take a look at the NASDAQ Composite. NASDAQ Composite on Friday was up 58.01 points, or 1.17%. NASDAQ closed right about the middle of its daily trading range, gapped above its 50-day moving average. We've been watching this 50-day moving average. That's been a pretty good place to look for support in the market. Right now, the NASDAQ is bracketed by support down here in the 48.11 area and resistance up here in the 50.42 range. On Friday, our 1 to 6 month timing model on the NASDAQ went to a aggressive buy signal. For you followers of William O'Neill, the market is in correction. Yesterday was our second day of the attempted rally. Let's take a look at the S&P 500. The S&P 500 yesterday was up 28.1 points, or 1.35%. The S&P closed at 2116. It's currently bracketed by support down here in the 2040 range and resistance up here in the 2120 area. Significant yesterday that the S&P gapped above its 50-day moving average, which we show in red right here. S&P pulled right back to resistance. We'll see if this week we can break through that resistance area and move on to new highs. The S&P, by virtue of the big move that it made yesterday, has gone to an aggressive buy signal on our 1 to 6 month timing model. And you followers of William O'Neill, the S&P 500 is indicating a market in correction. Yesterday was our second day of the attempted rally. What that means is that we could get a buy signal as early as Wednesday morning on the S&P 500. Let's take a quick look at our MACD histogram. On Friday, our MACD histogram closed below the zero line at minus 1.34, which is bearish, but we're in this little mini uptrend, which is bullish. Because we have a bearish signal and a bullish signal, the immediate bias on the S&P 500 is neutral. I'm going to take a look at a few stocks that make our watch list this week. But before we do that, I want to note all of the individual stocks that we talk about in our video market reviews are from our universal watch list, which you can view in our daily spreadsheet. To qualify for the universal watch list, a stock has to have satisfied at least 72% of our stringent technical and fundamental criteria, and currently satisfy at least 62%. Out of a trading universe of over 7,000 stocks, we currently have about 70 stocks that meet these strict criteria and make our universal watch list. These are the only stocks that we review in our daily video market review, and for the most part, they're the only stocks that we use in our trading strategies. That noted, I want to start by taking a look at Skyworks Solutions. Skyworks Solutions manufactures analog, mixed signal, ICS amplifiers, and attenuators, detectors, diodes, couplers, mixers, and demodulators, whatever that is. The stock has been in this first stage base for a while. Notice how it's been respecting its 50-day moving average. We have a pivot point on Skyworks of 102.77. Skyworks currently gets a checklist rating of 76. Skyworks is putting in a flat base. That's a first stage base, as we noted before. We also have this trend line. Skyworks can be bought on a break above 102.77 on at least 140% of average daily volume, or it can be bought on a break above this trend line, keeping in mind that the market right now is on an aggressive buy signal, and only aggressive traders should be buying at this point. Next, I want to take a look at CyberArk software. CyberArk is an Israeli provider of network security software focused on protecting privileged accounts for commercial enterprise. Skyworks has been working on this cup and handle base. We actually got a nice cup and handle breakout here last week, and right now we're working on a second cup and handle. Cup and handle is sort of the formation that keeps on giving. CyberArk is in a second stage base. The pivot point for this cup and handle is 68.64. CyberArk gets a 68% checklist rating. And it should be noted that on Friday, we had a pocket pivot out of CyberArk. Notice how the stock gapped up through its 21-day exponential moving average, its 10-day simple moving average, on higher trading volume than any down day in the past 10 trading sessions. Aggressive traders can buy CyberArk on that pocket pivot. More conservative investors may want to wait for the breakout at 68.64. I would want to see CyberArk break above that 68.64 level on at least 140% of average daily volume. Next stock for you, bottom fishers. GoPro manufactures mountable and wearable cameras and accessories for the self-capture and sharing of content. You can see that GoPro has been in this long downtrend. We broke above that downtrend at this point, but the trading volume was fairly weak. About a week and a half ago, we came out with earnings. The stock gapped up on huge trading volume. We went on to fill that gap right here, and we are moving back up toward this point right here. When bottom fishing, I want to see the stock make a short-term high, pull back, and then our buy point becomes a break above that short-term high. And so what I want to see is GoPro break above the 54.06 level on at least 140% of average daily volume. GoPro is currently actually not really in a base at all. I have put a first stage base here, but we really have not set any type of a basing formation at all. This is simply a bottom fishing expedition. GoPro gets a 76% checklist rating, and as mentioned before, we have a buy target of $54.06. Next, ServicePro. ServicePro provides residential and commercial services, including termite and pest control, home warranties, and cleaning services. ServicePro is working on this second stage cup with handle base with a pivot point of $36.33. ServicePro gets a 68% checklist rating. I want to zoom in a little bit on ServicePro because I want to get rid of this volume spike right here so that we can take a better look at our volume analysis here. Again, this is the cup and handle that we're looking at. With a cup and handle base, you want to see volume begin to pick up on the right side of the base. We saw volume begin to pick up on the right side of this base, particularly with these three bars. And then as the stock begins to form the handle, you want to see volume begin to dry up, and that's exactly what we've seen here. I would buy ServicePro on a break above the 36.33 area, keeping in mind that our market is on an aggressive buy signal, and so this should only be bought by aggressive traders. Again, our pivot point is 36.33. You would buy it on a move above that level on at least 140% of average daily volume. Final stock I want to take a look at is Mallinckrodt. Mallinckrodt develops generic and branded pharmaceuticals and active pharmaceutical ingredients to treat pain and related conditions. There is a lot going on with this chart. Primarily, we have two things that we're watching. Mallinckrodt is currently in a second stage consolidation. Aggressive traders could call this a double bottom formation. If you call this a double bottom, then our buy point becomes $129.10. That would be for aggressive traders. For more conservative traders, we're looking at this consolidation. This consolidation gives us a buy point of $134.26. You would buy Mallinckrodt on a break above that level on at least 140% of average daily volume. Finally, we have this trend line in Mallinckrodt, and very aggressive traders can buy the stock on a break above that trend line as long as the break above that trend line is above the 50-day moving average. As we go forward in time, that trend line is going to actually pass below the 50-day moving average. If that happens, we want to ignore the trend line break. Mallinckrodt gets a 76% checklist rating. As we noted, it's in a second stage base. And keep in mind that the market's on an aggressive buy signal. These stocks that we've talked about today should only be bought by aggressive traders. I don't recommend initiating positions on aggressive buy signals unless you're comfortable with heightened risk levels. The stocks presented today are for educational purposes only and should be treated as a watch list for if a buy signal on the market resumes. That's about all I have for today. If you want to talk about any of the stocks we mentioned today or our market strategies, please feel free to give me a call. Drop me an email or make an appointment. Come by the office, see what we're up to. If you're out of the area, we can set up a Skype session. A reminder, if you've not already done so, please take a minute to go to our subscription page and subscribe to Push Button Stock Trading. You can also follow us on Twitter at PushButtonStock. Again, my name is Cliff Backus. That's your daily video market review. Have a safe and profitable day. Keep your stops in place, and I will see you again tomorrow. Please stay tuned for our important disclaimers. All the best. Disclaimers. Push Button Stock Trading Video Market Review is produced and edited by Clifford B. Backus. Mr. Backus is a Senior Vice President of Investments, Technical Analyst, Portfolio Manager, and Partner with the investment firm of Ohannes & LaCours Incorporated. Video Market Review is produced solely for the benefit of our clients, friends, and colleagues. Anything written, stolen, and/or plagiarized in this publication is done without malice. Further, the analysis and opinions expressed in this publication are strictly those of the editor and not of Ohannes & LaCours Incorporated, its affiliates, subsidiaries, or any of the officers or employees of Ohannes & LaCours, Inc. On that note, we submit the following. The analysis, calculations, and evaluations presented herein are based on data and assumptions Ohannes & LaCours Incorporated believes to be accurate. Ohannes & LaCours Incorporated makes no representation that such analysis or calculations are accurate or that such valuations represent levels at which actual trades may occur. This report has been prepared from original sources, except where otherwise noted, and data we believe to be reliable. Ohannes & LaCours, Inc., its affiliates and subsidiaries, and/or their officers and employees or their families may from time to time acquire, hold, or sell a position in the securities mentioned herein. Moreover, opinions may differ from one entity to the next. If we are used in connection with the purchase or sale of any security discussed in this report, we may act as principal for our own account or as agent for both the buyer and the seller. Push Button Stock Trading is dedicated to the education of friends, clients, and paid subscribers. Push-button stock trading is an information service only. The information provided herein is not to be construed as an offer to buy or sell stocks of any kind. Push-button stock trading is created to aid subscribers in making informed investment decisions based wholly or in part on technical analysis. It's possible that at this time or some subsequent date, the editors of Push-button stock trading may own, buy, or sell the investments presented. All investors should consult a qualified professional before making any investment. The information provided has been obtained from sources deemed to be reliable, but it is not guaranteed as to the accuracy or completeness. The editors of Push-button stock trading make every effort to provide timely information to subscribers, but cannot guarantee specific delivery times due to factors beyond our control.